All right, guys. There's a couple of things I want to show us about the elements of design. Elements of design. So I'll give us a link that will help us to learn some of these things, but I'll give us examples too. So if you go online, there's this particular site. Okay, you can just type principles of graphics design. You'll see many of them. One of them is contrast, balance, hierarchy, alignment, emphasis, proportion, proximity, space, movement, unity, pattern, typography, line, visual hierarchy, visual communication, all of them. So you're going to research on this and then read it. But I also saw this site on Canva where they gave you examples of line, of let me check if this is recording. Okay, of line, of scale, of color. I think I'll do color in-depth, repetition. I think alignment, negative space, alignment, repetition. Sorry, alignment, hierarchy, typography, and color are maybe the things I will just show us now, right? So by next time we are going to be going into Pinterest and be doing modeling. Modeling is where we will say we want to copy this particular design. We'll say, okay, I want us to copy this particular design, you know. So okay, so let me hierarchy, typography, color balance, and this last one I mentioned now. So that last one is alignment. Alignment is connected to typography. So let's just, so what we have here is typography, hierarchy, alignment, and color balance. So whenever you see a beautiful design, it must maintain some of these elements, right? When you see a bad design, they would have killed or contravened some of these principles. So when we talk about hierarchy, we're talking about the fact that it's not everything that will be emphasized in a design. Design must have important parts and less important parts. It's not every part of the design that you're going to emphasize. You know, there are many heads in this place now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads, but one of them is biggest, followed by the one on top. You know, so hierarchy means that you have to know what is the most important part of a design, and then you promote that one more than the others. If you are doing a design for maybe a magazine, you know that the title has to be bigger, you know, followed by other parts of it. So this is an example of hierarchy. It helps signal the importance of each element. Like now, if you have a design like the one on the right, you see that all of them are equal. But the best way to make a design is that some parts must be bigger, other parts will follow, right? So hierarchy is all about importance. Let me look for a couple of examples. Okay, this is a better example. Ever winning wisdom is the first thing you are going to see. But you know, wisdom is the bigger thing, and then the pastor, even the logo of the church and the event is also visible. But that theme is what they wanted to emphasize. It's when you understand that you start going into the fine print to know the name of the person. The picture you already know, but then December and the date and the the website and all of that, all of those things come at the bottom. So you have to know how to put hierarchy in your work. So anywhere you look at a graphics design, you must see hierarchy. Right? Let me check if this is this is a JPEG file now, so why is it not opening? Okay. So immediately you open this, design, you'll be greeted with 7 amazing years of successful network marketing. April 2024 move up. So move up is the main event, but they are combining it with something like anniversary. Then after, you now see the address and the people that are celebrating, right? And the graphics will also show you. So imagine we have this 7 big, April move up big, health with NG big, the phone numbers big, the address big. There is no alignment in a work like that. Kabisa party, you see Kabisa is bigger than every other thing. 250 ml is small. You know, look at this art now. Altar versus altar is the biggest thing. The address and the venue, the dates, they are small. You know, so hierarchy is just to know what's important and to emphasize those ones. Escape for your life is the main theme for this event, so you have that hierarchy there. Okay, by prayer and fasting, you see it there too. I don't know who did the design shot. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is alignment. Okay, let's look at, or let's do it typography. Okay, so let's do typography. Typography is talking about font use. I'm going to give us a font pack where you can use your best fonts. Now you can do your individual study about fonts, but it's not every font that can give you what you want, right? So you have to know the best font to use for what you want. Let me do this like this, so we can have a picture of some fonts. You see this font now? It gives you different feel on the job, right? All of them are giving you a different feel. Arimat font. So there are jobs you will get, you look for appropriate fonts. If they give you to do a design about children, you look at something like Baby Timo, Baby Valentine, right? Valentina. Those are the jobs that will give you a feel for children. But if they give you something like a maybe restaurant something, you will have something like this, Baguetta. You know, if they give you something like an old magazine vibe, you see, back to school, personal, the things like that. Or you can use this also to put number on jerseys, you know, like NBA jerseys. If they give you a wedding, you will do things like this to use for their name, you know. So there are fonts you use for maybe child education, you know, something like a wedding. These they come in. But if you're giving something to do for maybe a bank, you start looking for things like Montserrat, you know, Montserrat alternative and all of that. So fonts are different. Then there are fonts you will need for bold things, bookies, you know. you use it for maybe the main part of the design, and then you use smaller fonts for other parts. Another thing we have to look at in fonts is that in typography, as a principle of design, we use fewer fonts. So they say at most the number of fonts you use for a particular work is 3 at most. If you want to use more, then you will be contravening, going against the principle. So if you want to use Akira expanded for the main work, then other fonts that are similar, you can also use them. And then we have italics of each font. You have light, you have medium, you have bold, you have semi-bold, you have black. Black is like one of the biggest fonts. It's bigger than bold. You have thin. So you can actually use bold as the first one. If I press Ctrl K, it separates all these things. So you can use this one now as Bismo black, but I'll use it as maybe regular or medium, something like this, and it will be hierarchy typography, something like this. So you can also use another kind of font, or you make them capital. You change case, all of that. You can do something like this, right? So let's go back. So another thing about typography is that you can always align it well. Then we will talk about alignment. Control P puts it in the center. When you align something like this, you can always have left alignment, right alignment, central alignment, or full justify. You see the difference? Everything is aligned on the edges, centralized on the edges. You don't want to have scattered something that is not aligned well. So it's either you have left alignment, central alignment, right alignment, or full justify. We usually use this if we are doing a book work, so that the edges are aligned properly. So central alignment. Another thing we need to talk about in text fonts is of course, I think we have covered everything about font. You need to align it well. You need to use fewer, about 3, and then you can use different versions of the same font, right? So below better. Okay, let me come out of it. So there are fonts that are good for a particular thing, not for everything. So you use models. As you learn on this, it will now be entering better for you. Diana Milan, things like this, you can use it for a particular part of your design, and other parts you can use other fonts. So if you have a job, you have to do research on the fonts to use. You can't say, oh, I don't have that font. You go online, search. If you have something like business design, you type something like fonts for business design. You can have that option. So you can search online and it will give you options, and you download it. Now, how do we install fonts? Assuming I have something like, where's my downloads? I'll look for, like, this is a font now. You open it, you see Pantera regular. This is just one out of this, right? So you double click on it, you click install. It will tell me that I already have it, but if not, I'll just okay. I can say yes, and it will install it. It has installed it. You see that this install is now dim to show that it's already installed. So, but there are fonts that you might need to install many of them. Let me look for this flat line. This one has many fonts inside of it. So you highlight all of them, right click and click install, and then it runs all of them together. I already have them in my laptop, so I may not have to install. So I'll give you some things to do. So color balance, let's come to color balance. When we do color, we want to ensure that the color we are using is uniform. Just like in our font use, we don't use many colors. So if you're using a design, if you're doing a design that the main thing is red, you will ensure that other things you are using are also close to red, which means if I do red now, Alt Control D makes it duplicates it for me. Yes, right. I hold my control, and then I use the right click to drag this and drop it here. It's fully aligned, so both of them are the same. So part of these ones now, you will look for colors that are closer to red. So you can colors that are closer to red. So something like this, you remove, so that it will not be so loud. Colors that are closer to the red. Maybe yellowish, just if you see purple, blue, they are closer, or navy blue, sky blue, you put colors that are closer. So for this one now, we can say the colors that are closer are orangey kind of colors. Unless maybe they give you, the company gives you their colors and says you must use that color. If not, you are free to use colors that are closer than that. So what else is closer than this? We can even put this with full orange, and we put this with something that is lighter. So if you have this color now and you hold your control and you are clicking on the white color, it will be brightening it. I did 4 times, 1 2 3 4, or is it 5? I think it's 5. So if you check the number 255179 and all of that, so 255179 is the same. So this is a better thing to look at than when you have a different color that is far removed from this. So you can also do this for something like blue. If you have a color that is blue, you can make these ones to be lighter blue, and you can make this one to be sky blue. So it aligns better with your color balance. You don't carry another color that is so removed from it. There's something called color wheel. Let me just Google it a little bit. Color wheel. This is a research you can do on your own. So color wheel shows you the colors that work together. Something like this. It also shows you colors that work together. So if you look at these, you see that these colors work together. These colors work together. Secondary, tertiary. This orange, yellow, they work together. This green, they work together, right? But there are also colors that match each other that you can also use to put as an alternative color together. Colors that match each other. If you look at this, they will tell you that yellow and violet works together, orange and blue works together, green, red works together. There is a way they show us distance, but you don't have to do it so heavy. You don't have to do it so heavy, so when you pick a color like this, you can also use other ones that are similar, they can match, and then you do your designs, right? So that's about color balance, but this gives you an idea of color balance. So you know that this now is a good design. Sorry. So if you can replicate this. Okay, so the last one is alignment. We can even use this for alignment. Why is this not showing? Okay, going to alignment, you see, I think I can use this to teach us a bit about alignment. Why is this not? Okay. One of the principles of design is space. You see all these white space, they are important. So hierarchy shows exponential is the biggest thing they want you to know, and visitors is the smallest thing. But when they want your eye to go there, that's why they put it in a box, right? So you have to have good spacing. This Guy Franco, there's a lot of space there. Here now you have alignments. It's centralized. Everything is on the center, and then you have spaces on the side. The central alignment. You can't use one side. You use central alignment. Another place you use left alignment, unless you have a balance. Like now, this other side they used left alignment, but they balanced it with this logo, right? So things like that is also allowed. Look at this. This is centrally aligned, centrally middle alignment. So everything is centralized. This one is aligned to left, but they used another thing to balance it, which is this experience center here. Balanced it out. This one, they used left alignment, but they used the picture of Bishop Abioye to balance it out. That's the way they did this too. So you have to have a balance. This one is centrally aligned, fully centrally aligned. All the centers, all the edges are left, with space. So that's basically it. You see, this also, everything is like a box inside the whole design. You can put a box around it. Not that this one is one side, the other one is one side. So that's what we mean by alignment. This one is centrally aligned, good, great, greater, everything on the center. It's not scattered. That's what we mean by alignment. You see, this one is left aligned, but they use this picture of the man to balance it up. So that's about alignment. Even this is aligned very well, fully aligned very well. Even if you want to do something like this, it's still aligned, but you can't do something like this, it's not aligned well, right? So that's about alignment. Everything has to fully align. You can't have disordered work like this unless you use something else to counterbalance it, right? So that's about it. I didn't want this to be long, but I think it's already long, 23 minutes. So after, we are going to start modeling. Model. This is also is an example of alignment. So you see 60th birthday is aligned here, but they have to put another thing to counterbalance it on the other side. You see, this is another example of full alignment, central alignment. So everything balances on the left, right, those pictures, and then the lady is on the center. Even if you see this side, you see that it's also balanced well with these two pictures. Happy birthday is on the center. Babatunde, even in this writing of name, best sister in the world, Babatunde Damilola November. So you see how many fonts we have here. We have about 2 fonts. This is the same font, Damilola, and then this Best Sister aligns with Happy Birthday, the same font. Just about 2 fonts. If you can think of a third one, it will now be this one, Happy Birthday, that is on a halo, round halo. So this is an example. So this now, this on the right balances the name on the left. Then this is center. So those are the things we apply in design. This one, they mixed some things up, but it still maintains some form of alignment. And this is fully aligned. This one aligns with the name here. This thing is center. If you see this Jesus crown of thorns, it also aligns with these 7 lamps on the left. So they always look for something to counterbalance whatever is on the other side. So that's about it. Next time we'll go into Pinterest and we start doing modeling. We'll go to Pinterest, we pick a design and we model it. We try to model it, right? That's what we'll do from next time. And then you give me your own model. You submit your own model. Thank you guys for watching.